Greetings. What we know is the world turns in favor of peace, reconciliation, and mediation. I'm Dr. Sharron Stroud. I am the president of the International Foundation for World Peace and Research, and also the spiritual leader of Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide in Palm Springs, California, USA. I am on a peace mission. During the 60s, we had banners that said, "Make love, not war." We know that love is the strongest healing power in the universe, and that carried with me through being raised in domestic violence, my sister taking her own life, and the commitment to the charity peace model when I met the Reverend Dr. Professor Emmanuel Edeh from Alili in Nigeria, Africa. I met him in Oxford, England, along with my dream team, Dr. Miroslav Prostashik, my vice president of the International Foundation for World Peace, and my second vice president, Dr. Danny Shumad, who have been with me on our speaking tour to Istanbul, an amazing country that called to us from its very modern flair to the ancient. And when we would hear the call to prayer from the minarets, it hearkened within us this ancient energy that we have walked this path before. That right now, somewhere in the world, we are all praying to the same God, whatever we conceive our God to be. As we entered into the city of Istanbul, we were absolutely mesmerized by this energy, the spirit of place, the recognition that on some deep level, we had all been together before. The courtyards, the pigeons, the wonderful moss, the energy of place was apparent as we allowed ourselves to be wafted up in this wonderful city. Many of us had never been here before. However, the beauty of it was that we never met a stranger. Mother Teresa once said, "Peace begins with a smile." And Rumi, who was part of this beautiful place, said that beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. We truly were drawn together through our similarities. We grew through our differences. We were very taken by the rehabilitation on various buildings. Yes, even Trump Towers is in Istanbul, Turkey. And we made comment about how it all flowed together beautifully. We took a wonderful little tour on this great tour boat, and we could feel the energy, the sacredness, the beauty, the water, the purity, and the opportunity to just be. And in the beingness, that took us to some wonderful museums. Notwithstanding, the most beautiful one was the Hagia Sophia, from the Byzantine culture that moved in to the Islamic culture. The Hagia Sophia was an opportunity for each of us to bond as the Vice Chancellor of Madonna University, Dr. Emmanuel, Sister Ives, who is a medical doctor, Father Oliver Udiah, who is part of Madonna University, and the wonderful people that were presenting that came together, and part of the family. And as we bonded in this beautiful place, we were so struck by the energy. Everywhere we looked, there was beauty. Everyone we saw, there was a recognition. Let us never forget the one great artist who painted my portrait on the soft canvas of your eyes. We are one. And as I took pictures with people that actually came up and asked if they could have their picture taken with me, I was just so humbled and felt that loving energy that wherever we go in the world, there is love, there is peace, there is harmony, and there is balance. We experienced it. And if you look at the people of any place, it's the people that truly make the country. And that as we walked in these ancient museums and mosques, and we could feel the presence of Allah We could feel the presence of Yahweh. We could feel the presence of our Father, Mother, God, whatever we conceive to put on our higher power. It was there. It was present. It really matters not what we call it, but to acknowledge that which is within us is so much greater than that which resides in the world of conditions, appearances, and effects. And as we gazed at this amazing place, we felt at one. We felt the energy that embraces all beyond color, race, creed, or religious orientation. And as we felt the very stones, the sermons and stones that shared with us this ancient culture, and this opportunity to be here totally and completely, that nothing happens by chance, that everything is a divine appointment. And of course, the artifacts, the beautiful rugs were amazing as we went through each shop, and we could feel the pride that each owner, in their own skilled way, could share with us. Their fare, their wonderful food, the energy that was so rich in culture and spices, and the opportunity to really taste the place that we were going to present, which was Metapole University. I love social media. Lao Soydan contacted me through Facebook. We met at the Metapole University, and each one of us could feel that this truly was a divine appointment. And as we surveyed the land and the buildings, we thought something wonderful is going on here, and we are a vital part of it. Dr. Danny Schumad from Hamburg, Germany, and Dr. Miroslav Prostasic from Croatia joined with us as we just stood in awe at the modern intertwined with the ancient and how it blended. We are drawn together through our similarities. We grow through our differences. And as we came together, some wonderful, wonderful presenters, not only from Nigeria, Madonna University, but from Metapole University, and meeting the dean of the university, Dr. Arslan, as he shared with us, and Father Oliver Udiah in his shared appreciation of what was going on for all of us who came from the United States of America, to be together, to share together the dream of a Muslim university and a Catholic university co-creating and partnering, and an exchange of academia. And in this exchange, he shared with us the opportunity to really see what the university was about. In the whole history of modern society, the concept university was understood as the cradle of knowledge, a place of wisdom, and a workshop of humanity. However, only the application of true wisdom on the acquired knowledge and decision patterns could secure the happiness and the future of people. So as they signed the agreements together, there was that recognition that there was an integration for an educational model. One of the key tasks of the university is to increase the students' mobility in developing the integrated educational model by establishing a learning program and providing education without barriers. It was a wonderful experience to meet the president, and the president was so accommodating to each and every one of us, and we were so grateful for this. And so I put my energy out to Dr. Sabahattin Aden, the rector and president of the university, as I presented my own peace model in recognizing the ancient peace flag from Nicholas Roerich. Dr. Danny Schumad very passionately shared his feelings regarding being a doctor without border, going into Nigeria, and pressing upon each one of us the need for his skills. Dr. Miroslav Prostasic, who was an absolute wonderful presenter. And what is so great about Professor Miroslav is that he is a full professor with a permanent faculty position at the Faculty of Education and Rehabilitation Sciences at the University of Zagreb, Croatia. The Vice Chancellor of Madonna University also shared the peace model that Father Edeh had propounded in his book, The Charity Peace Model. As we came together with great joy, because we know that joy is the most infallible sign of the presence of life. There was energy, there was aliveness, there was a feeling that something wonderful had gone on here, and each and every one of us, we were a vital part of it, as Father Jehoshaphat accepted the award from Dr. Sabaton Aden, the rector and president of Medipol University. There was great, wonderful photo opportunities and the opportunity to give thanks for coming together as one. Again, I reiterate, beyond color, race, creed, or religious orientation, that the same color of blood flows through each of us. We came together to celebrate our wonderful victory, the co-creatorship of two universities, the camaraderie of each of us from our various countries, with one goal in this, and that was to celebrate. As we went into the cathedral, the St. Antonio's Cathedral, it was quite wonderful. It was built in 1873, and you could feel the ancient architecture, you could see the artwork, a beautiful expression, a sculpture of St. Anthony himself, and the opportunity to look with such new eyes. It was so amazing. I was in awe, we all were, as we expressed the energy of where we were and this amazing mission that we were about. And though we are a different religion, we could appreciate this wonderful ritual and ceremony of the Mass as each person came together in a spirit of oneness, as we acknowledged our brothers and our sisters in the family of humanity. And as I said, the same color of blood courses through all of our veins. And as we unite hand in hand, we know with Mother Teresa, yes, oh yes, peace begins with a smile. And this smile penetrates anything unlike itself. I was so struck by this energy and the opportunity to be a part of it. It is an honor and a privilege to do this work. And of course, our own lives come up every single day of our lives, and where we need to heal so we can be of greater service to ourselves, others, and ultimately the planet. Our beautiful peace mission took us to Zagreb, Croatia. This was an amazing city. It is the capital of Croatia, and the opportunity that was there for us. And in that opportunity to look at the architecture, the cathedrals, and we were so struck by the model of the city. It was like we were this wonderful divinities looking into this great city with all the differences, similarities, the energies, and the opportunity to go into the Europa House where we were going to be giving our wonderful presentation. As we came together with Professor Miroslav, who was actually a beautiful presence, and the coordinator. Right above the Europa House was this great initial P, and we had decided that this stood for peace. My peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. And this is amazing, beautiful egg. The egg, of course, represents what? New life. So there it is on this gorgeous Zagreb painting of an egg representing new life, new energy. As we looked at the statuary of antiquity, we were very impressed with the beauty and the opportunity that we had to be a part of it. Not pictured here is the Nicholas Tesla statuary that I walked one day from the hotel and was able to experience. And we know that Tesla was the father of the wireless, came out of Croatia, which I really did not know. So that was something wonderful that we not only were in the spirit of place, we were learning and growing and evolving ourselves as we were about world peace through the charity peace model. The beautiful energy of the Reverend Dr. Professor Emmanuel Edeh and his amazing book that I highly recommend to anyone. There we are getting ready to present with Father Edeh, the founding father of Madonna University and also Polytechnic College, and 5 factories that he founded so that the unemployed are now gainfully employed. Father Oliver was the perfect emissary of peace as he coordinated with the translator at this wonderful Europa house where we gave our presentation on the charity peace model. It was so wonderful to be there, to meet the translator, and all of the wonderful young women that were helping Professor Miroslav. We had to commend him on his wonderful taste, and we decided that they were Miroslav's angels, because behind the scenes, they got the job done, and it was so wonderful. It appeared effortless and was so professional. We felt completely and totally served by being there. And Professor Miroslav, in all his humility, is a great doctor of psychotherapy. It was wonderful to meet the wonderful professor. Her name is Maria, and she allowed herself to join us and give a beautiful, beautiful PowerPoint. And then the recital, the wonderful recital that we experienced. It was an opening ceremony. And in this opening ceremony, this young woman was part of the Croatian Philharmonic Orchestra. Brigita Vilic was her name. As Father Oliver acknowledged her and the wonderful reception that we received, we were a part of it. And we could feel together that we're here about something so much greater. And Professor Maria Sternum gave this health and peace. She gave this amazing presentation, and we sat there and we could just feel her passion. And as Dr. Miroslav was our wonderful master of ceremonies, introducing each one of the guests, again, we felt so blessed to be there to acknowledge his commitment to bringing us to Croatia, which none of us would have really have gone there had it not been Professor Miroslav. And of course, the wonderful books that Father Edeh shared with us, the books that have been written about him, written for him, acknowledged in his own books. He's published 10 books. In my presentation, I had to absolutely share St. Francis of Assisi's prayer for peace. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. And where there is despair, hope. And as we come together with this knowingness that the prayer for peace is on our lips, in our hearts, in our minds, and demonstrated in every act that we allow ourselves to be a part of. And as Dr. Danny Shumat gave his presentation there in Croatia, each presentation was more passionate than the one before. I mean, here is the man that had 120 beds donated from Hamburg University to be sent to Nigeria. The Vice Chancellor of Madonna University, too, shared from his experience in a very loving, passionate, and intelligent manner that it's peace, and we must absolutely allow ourselves to be about this peace that passes understanding. Father Jehoshaphat also gave a presentation that was poignant. It was filled with energy and aliveness. As we came together at the end of the presentations, it was such a joyous, wonderful occasion to acknowledge each other. It was not a first-time meeting, but a joyful reunion of souls who have walked this path many lifetimes. From Zagreb, we went to London, and we sensed the energy of London. We sensed the energy of Big Ben and the ancient with the contemporary, and the opportunity to feel that where we were walking, that we had walked before. The beauty of London is amazing. And in that beauty of London, the opportunity that we had just to be And as we allowed ourselves to walk the streets and to be in the energy field, we were so grateful to meet Charles. And Dr. Charles greeted us when we first arrived and had so much to say about being in London for over 40 years. And SOAS is the University of London. It's the School of Oriental and African Studies, commonly known as SOAS, is a public research university in London, United Kingdom, founded in 1916. So here we all were. We were about Madeh, the good that is. That is an Igbo word from the Elihi. The Igbo tribe acknowledged the good that is to greatly generate peace in the various aspects of human endeavor and among millions of Madeh, and hence foster and facilitate the achievement of world peace. We have established numerous structures and institutions. And as we shared with the vibrant audience at the university, we acknowledged that the location was absolutely perfect, and that it specializes in humanities, languages, and social sciences relating to Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Meeting the press was a wonderful experience as well. And again, there is so much friendship and loving energy, and that as we came together, we could share why we were there. And for me, again, I know before I leave this planet that peace is possible. I am an idealist to the extreme, and I shared this with the press, that when we make a conscious decision to be the pattern breaker in our family of origin, then the ancient Chinese proverb is that when there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the house. When there is harmony in the house, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. This peace that comes through you, it comes through me. And that whenever I'm experiencing upset in my life, then I have to go within to see, what is this really about? Am I coming from my heart or ego? And if I'm coming from ego, then I need to go within and realize that there's resolution. And the three beautiful points in the charity peace model is mediation, reconciliation, and sacrament. We mediate, we come together. We acknowledge that we have work to do, that we don't see eye to eye, and we can agree to disagree. As we come together to reconcile, we can agree to disagree. We can acknowledge the opportunity that we have to be in the world, and yet of a higher, much higher expression. The founding father, Edeh, has been given so many awards. The Pillar of Education in Nigeria by Nigeria Union of Journalists was a great award for him, and that as he received this award, he could really acknowledge himself as a pillar of education. He received a Life for a Life award by the Pontifical Regina Apostolorum, the University of Rome, in May of 2013, and he received this award with such humility. Founding Father Edeh is a man of humility. He's the founder of Madonna International Charity Peace Award, the first of its kind in Africa, which has given awards to many for the promotion of charity in Africa and other parts of the world. Some of the receivers of the awards have been those that have advocated for the homeless, and this was given to a Buddhist, and he was advocating for the homeless children of that area after the tsunami. And this wonderful couple that take in babies who have been abandoned, they're from London, and he gave them a financial award because he had heard of the work that they were doing. And of course, as we let our love enfold the world, we know at the deepest level that we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones that we've been waiting for, and the opportunity to move past the way we've ever done it before, to acknowledge that there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are. We can use it, we can tap into it. It is the power of peace. It is the power that we have, that we were given by virtue of the fact we were born, coming together in a sense of celebration and acknowledgement, and the opportunity that we have to be something, part of something so much greater than ourselves, was to me an honor and a privilege that I will carry with me for the rest of my days. We then met at St. Thomas University, Miami Gardens in Florida. This was another beautiful opportunity for each and every one of us to share about the Charity Peace Model. In sharing about the Charity Peace Model, again, we recognized the work of the Reverend Father, Professor Edeh. And recognizing this work and the opportunity that we have to make a difference, then I would like to share with you about world peace and epitism. And that is that the incumbent astronomical prevalence of wars, terrorism, and nuclear armament that threaten the very foundation of the world's existence places the concept of peace on the lips of all and sundry. History carries upon itself the heavy burden of discord, dissension, hatred, violence, racial discrimination, wars, slavery, religious and cultural prejudice, whose combined effects have consistently rendered most peace ventures fruitless and abortive. In an era when man sees no reason and value in the continued existence of the other, and would spend invaluable resources to procure instruments of life destruction, the gospel of peace becomes a priority for all concerned stakeholders. This is what we discussed at the Evelyn and George Goldblum Convocation Hall in Miami, Florida, where each and every one of us took a part of this book and we shared our most salient points. Dr. Dominic from Boston, Massachusetts was a wonderful master of ceremonies as he shared from his own background and the opportunity that he felt that he had to make a difference. And in this recognition, he shared with us that it is the reaction to peace that we come together. It is a mission. It's developed a peace model and vision to process the global capacity of restoring the much sordid world peace. A peace model that is unique and prevailing, known as Edeh's Charity Peace Model, founded on the basis of his philosophy of Madeh, the good that is. This notion of man as the good that is proceeds from the African philosophy, which does not see man and woman as wolf to another, but portrays man as good, since he participates in the goodness of his creator, God. This philosophy, as articulated by Edeh, is as practical as it is theoretical. It does not only speculate about the goodness of man and woman, but it also seeks the actualization of those realities that can actually bring about the welfare of humanity, whom God as Shiniki creates, and as Asabuloa cares for. Our mission for human welfare, therefore, according to Edeh, is imperative, as it behooves us to love and care for our fellow humanity in the same manner of God cares for us, and by so doing engender peace and coexistence in the world. Unlike other world-renowned peace models, which are capable of handling only criminal cases, Edeh's peace model is both pre-conflict and post-conflict, and takes care of both civil and criminal cases, and this explains why it has a universal appeal. It was wonderful because the Reverend Father Edeh gave to Monsignor Franklin Casal a very generous donation to the university, and Monsignor Franklin Casal was elated. There was a much feeling of celebration and acknowledgement as we all came together for the same purpose. The philosophy of being our brother's keeper is gradually making its way down the drain as the dictum of nothing goes for nothing has overtaken our society. It is to redeem our era from this experience that Father Edeh conceived and inaugurated the Madonna International Charity Peace Award Foundation. Recipients are those who have achieved some landmark in the practice of practical and effective charity, and must have also been inspiring others to practice practical and effective charity, especially at the grassroots level. The award is open to everybody and anyone who merits it, notwithstanding race, color, tribe, nationality, gender, or religious affiliation, can receive it. As I propounded these wonderful principles, I did so with a spirit of passion, a spirit of feeling that this can truly make a difference, that we come together no matter how great we see our differences. We look at Gandhi, Mandela, the Dalai Lama, and the Reverend Dr. Edeh. These, the men of peace. Gandhi said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And as we are that change we want to see in the world, there is a feeling of, yes, peace is possible. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let it begin with you. And let it begin with each and every one of us who hear the call and answer, and those that are yet to be on the way to this call to peace. Let us in waves send out peace. Let us resolve our own differences. Let us go within to that place, the secret heart of hearts, the chamber of love, and take every experience that we have ever experienced and neutralize it, so that we may transmute the energy. The simple African philosophy is short, it's memorable, and it's understandable. It is people are good. It's my day. And being the idealist that I am, along with Father Jehoshaphat, he and I discussed that the glass is never half empty or half full. The glass is always full. Half water, half air. If we can see the glass is full, then we can see each other totally and completely. We know there is poverty. We know that there is suffering in our world. We know there is hunger and thirst, and that it's a matter of distribution, isn't it? There is enough for everyone as we come together as one tribe, as these beautiful African dancers celebrated the energy of peace, one with the other. Yes, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me and with you. And at that, we open the space to allow peace to do what peace does best. And so it is.